Hi, everyone. Welcome back into Ty-Kohler Field as we are underway in game number 2 of our doubleheader here today. So Sydney Becker led off with an out. Chloe Dawes gets a base hit for KCK to lead off this first inning. The count is 2-1 on McKenna Lester. Here's the pitch. One's outside. And now 3-2 from Maddie Cole, the starting pitcher here in game number 2 for the Greyhounds. This one's poked down the right field line, but caught by the right fielder. Hallie Hance moving over to make the catch. First pitch to Adriana Smith in there for a strike, and Chloe Dawes picks up a stolen base. Grounder. Like maybe off the bag there at third. It's a fair ball, and everybody's safe. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul past third. Maddie ready and delivers the 0-1 pitch. This is fouled off and out of play. 0-2. Greyhounds trying to come back and get the win here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Lost the first game. And here's a line drive out. Too short. Nice play by Julia Paisley to end the inning here. So KCK gets a couple of hits, and they strand a couple runners. At the end of half an inning, it is the Blue Devils nothing, and the Greyhounds coming up. Again, this is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duck Bait TV. Thanks for joining us today. So Grace Pingle leading things off here in the bottom of the first for the Greyhounds. Fort Scott, if they can pull off the win here in game number 2, they will take the 4th seed in the region tournament next week. That starts on May 8th. I believe that's Wednesday next week. First pitch is in there for a strike. And now a ball to Grace. This one's fouled out of play. This one's fouled off right side. Another foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Grace Pingle. And now a strikeout. So Grace is out. Peyton Rivas due up next. This one down on the ground, and that's going to be in there for a hit. Great job by Peyton to get that one in there and then beat it out. Runner on first now. One out. And the first pitch to Julia Paisley is in there for a strike. Like a changeup that time. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Strikeout at the plate, but a stolen base by the Greyhounds. So up to second is Rivas. So ball now, a delayed steal, throw to third, not in time, it gets away, and here comes the first run of the game for the Greyhounds. Two balls and one strike now to Avery Ragsdale. She got most of the first game off today. Back in there in the starting lineup here in game number 2. This one's popped up right field. Coming in and making the play is the right fielder Chloe Dawes, and that'll retire the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the first. But just like they did in the first game, they got a run here in the bottom of the inning, and they lead it 1-0 heading to the second. So as we head to the top of the second inning, Greyhounds lead 1-0. And the first pitch to Annika Smith is in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes now after a foul ball by Smith. That one is outside. Now the 1-2 on the way. One's high. Fly ball out towards center field, going back to the warning track and making the catch is Katie Thompson. Long, lazy fly ball that Thompson was able to get to. And that is out number 1. First pitch to J.C. Long, just off the outside corner. Long in the first game was 0 for 3 for the Blue Devils. Now 2-2. Excuse me, 2-0. On Long, here's the wind and the delivery from Maddie Cole, and it's a little bit low. .30 on the way. That one catches the strike zone. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Now the pitch, a little bit too low again, so a walk. We'll put Long on, and now Kylie Vandervoort steps to the plate. Vandervoort had a big game in the first one. She was 2 for 4. First pitch to her in this at bat in there for a strike. Vandervoort 2 for 4. Had a couple of singles. And scored 2 runs for the Blue Devils in game number 1. Now looking at a 1-1 count. In this, her first at bat of game number 2. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. Popped up, foul territory, but coming in and making the play is the first baseman, Maricela Landa. So now 2 outs. The runner on first here in the inning. Foul ball out of play. And Gabrielle King is down in the count 0-1. Oh, 1. Too high. Now the 1-1 pitch. A little bit low. J.C. Long's going to get a stolen base on it. Greyhound faithful didn't like the call there. 2-1 pitch. That's fouled out of play. Two balls, two strikes. Now the 2-2. Three balls and two strikes. Ball hit out towards right center field. Coming in and making the play is the center fielder, Katie Thompson. Thought off the bat that might fall in, but just turns into a routine flyout for Katie Thompson and the Greyhounds, and that'll finish off the Blue Devils here in inning number 2. So we'll go to the bottom of the second in just a few moments. Greyhounds lead the KCK Blue Devils 1-0 here at Ty Kohler Field. So as we head to the bottom of the second, Hallie Hance will lead things off for the Greyhounds. It'll be Hallie, followed by Caroline Wilhelm, and then Maricela Landa. The three due up here in the bottom of the second. Bunt, foul. Ground ball towards short. Nice stab over there, and it's across the diamond for the out. And now this one's hit out towards left center. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding first, heading for second. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close, but not in time. Great job. As Wilhelm gets a double with one out here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss by Landa on the first pitch. And now the ball low, and it gets away from the catcher, and up to third is Wilhelm. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. So 1-2 now. The count to Landa. Nice eye. Maricella's that ball taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch on the way. Swung through and missed. A tough luck strikeout that time by Landa. And now 2 outs. With a runner on third for Katie Thompson, center fielder today for the Hounds. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. One pitch. That one's in there for a strike as well. And a swing and a miss. And another strikeout will retire the Greyhounds here in the second. So they get a runner to third, but Strander there. We'll head to the third inning in just a few moments. Greyhounds lead 1-0 over the KCK Blue Devils. We'll be back in just a few moments. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. So we head to the top of the third. Still 1-0 Greyhounds. First pitch to Sydney Becker is in there for a strike. After the loss in Game 1, the Greyhounds have now won 10 of their last 15. The unfortunate part to that is 3 of the 5 losses we broadcast here on Duckbait TV. So, ladies need to get me off the hook here. We'll win in Game 2. Hopefully they can do that. Now 2-1. Becker 0 for 1, grounded out her first time. Here's the pitch. This one's hammered out towards left field. Back and gone. So that'll tie the game. First pitch to Chloe Dawes is swung on and hit out towards left field. Grace Pingle settles under it and makes the catch. So now 1 out. Here in the top of the third. First pitch to Lester is in. Nope, just did miss. Now the 1-0. That one's roped to right field. This could be trouble, and it is. Another home run off of Maddie Cole here in this inning. First pitch to Adriana Smith in this at-bat is in there for a strike. Smith 1 for 1 here in game 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's outside. The good news, if there is, here for the Greyhounds is that both home runs in this inning have been solo homers. So they just accounted for 2 runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one catches on a nice breaking ball there by Cole. Now the wind of the 1-2 pitch. Outside, evens the count. Now the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul down the left field line. Count still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adriana Smith, the DP here in game 2. Line of the 1-2 pitch from Cole. Swung on and missed. Well, out number 2 here in the top of the third inning. And now the first pitch to Savannah Short, and that is upstairs. This one's hit out towards center field, and Katie Thompson got a tough read on that one. I think she thought that was going to be more of a routine play. It ended up carrying over her head. The wind, it looks like, is blowing out towards center field right now, so maybe that had something to do with it there. Did not sound particularly solid off the bat, but Short able to get it over the head of Thompson and in for a single. First pitch to Annika Smith is in there for a strike. Smith 0 for 1 here in game 2. And now 1-2. Annika Smith was 2 for 4 in game 1. Scored 1 run. Had a couple of singles. Two pitch. Grounded foul past third. Nice play just to get to that ball by Caroline Wilhelm, but it's called foul. Now the 2-2. Another foul ball. Two on the way. Swung through and missed. Another strikeout for Maddie Cole, and that will end the inning here for the Blue Devils. They do get 2 runs on a pair of homers, and now lead it 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Cassidy Crockett leads off the bottom of the third for the Greyhounds. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. Cassidy's first at bat here in game number 2. Oh, 2 is outside a little bit. One, 2 on the way. Outside again. Cassidy was 1 for 3 in game 1. And pokes that one into left field for a base hit. So back to the top of the order, Grace Pingle. She struck out her first time. Looking to start a rally here in inning number 3. First pitch to Pingle, and this at bat is in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Bit high. 1-1. Punted foul. One-two pitch, just off the outside corner. Good eye there by Pingle. And called third strike. Peyton is 1 for 1 here in game number 2. And that one catches the zone. One off the outside corner. It's hit out towards left field, going back on it, making the play. Is Annika Smith. Now Julia Paisley looks at a ball. She struck out her first time. 1-0 pitch. Slides out of the zone. 1-1. Excuse me, 2-0. Strike now to Paisley. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner on first. That is Cassidy Crockett. The windup and the 2-1 pitch. That one's outside. Crockett running down to second, and she will be safe. So Crockett now in scoring position with 2 outs. Trainer is out to have a look at Cassidy Crockett real quick. Looks like a very quick discussion. Got the answer he wanted. She's going to stay in the game. That one's in there for a strike, 3-2. That one's hit through the left side. That's going to be a hit. Coming around to score is Crockett. And that'll make it 2-2. First pitch to Ragsdale's fouled off. This one's hit into center field. That's going to get down. Now Hallie Hance up to hit. First pitch is in there for a strike. Two outs. Nice little two-out rally here for the Greyhounds. Pitch is outside, ball one. One, that's hit left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Coming around to try to score. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and the runner will score as Paisley scores from second. And a 3-2 Greyhound lead. Now meeting in the circle for the Blue Devil infield. And their head coach is on her way out as well. Game one was very similar, as the Greyhounds scored one in the bottom of the first. Blue Devils got two in the second. And the Greyhounds tied it with one in the third. But then after that, a one-run fourth and 3 runs in the sixth gave the Blue Devils enough to win. This one, Fort Scott got one in the bottom of the first. That one is low and gets away from the catcher, and everybody moves up a base. So Hance at second, Ragsdale now at third. Here's the pitch. That one, off the end of the bat. And throw to first, not going to be in time. And now another run will score for the Greyhounds. Down to second is Wilhelm. There was a collision at first. Wilhelm went and dove into first base, and there was a collision between her and the first baseman, McKenna Lester. Lester down for a couple of minutes, now back up. Now the two umpires discussing. It was a slow roller. Looked like it was off the bat of Wilhelm and kind of took a roundabout slow way to get to second base, where it was fielded by Sidney Becker. And here's one by Landa, who's going to be popped up to right field, and that'll be out number 3. But the Greyhounds get 4 runs in the inning. They now lead it 5-2 after 3. So after 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, the Greyhounds lead it now 5-2 as we head to the 4th. I was hopeful. I think the discussion there, at least the question from the Blue Devil head coach, was about interference at first base. Here's the ball flied out towards right field. Nice catch over there by Hance, and that's out number 1. Now Avery Ragsdale back up there. She fouled out to Landa at first, her first time. First pitch in this at bat, off the inside corner, 1-0. One-0 pitch, fouled back to the screen. Fly ball, center field. Thompson moving a few steps to her right, making the catch, and that's out number 2. And a double by Gabriella King. Now back-to-back hits. Sydney Becker with a hit there. Now Chloe Dawes up there, takes first pitch strike. Runners on first and third. Still 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Greyhounds need a shutdown inning here. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off left side, out of play. Oh, 2 on the way. And slow. One, 2. That one's in there. A called strike 3. And that will retire the Blue Devils here in the fourth inning. Great job by Maddie Cole to come back and get out of the inning after getting the first 2 outs and then giving up a couple of hits, but stranding the runners on first and third. It's still 5-2. Greyhounds with the lead. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth in just a few moments. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. Katie Thompson due up first here in the bottom of the fourth for the Greyhounds. Thompson 0 for 1, struck out her first time. We'll see what she can do here in this at-bat. First pitch. Misses, the count 1-0. Breaking ball catches the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike now. One pitch outside. Two one on the way. And in there as well. 2-2 now the count. That pitch low. Looked like it may have slipped out of the hands of pitcher Hannah Ackrey. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The line of the payoff pitch. Ball 4, too high. The runner on first. Nobody out. Cassidy Crockett to the plate. First pitch catches the strike zone. Oh, 1. Catches the strike zone again. Nothing into the count on the number 9 batter in the order for the Greyhounds. Oh, 2, runner going, and it's fouled at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Crockett digs in. 0-2. Slap towards the left side. That'll be down for a base hit. So I believe what they've called here is Cassidy Crockett hitting the ball out of the box. So she is now out. Katie Thompson will have to return to first base. Coach Bryan not happy with the call. And there have definitely been some inconsistencies with the umpiring this afternoon. We'll just put it at that. The pitch is high to Grace Pingle. Tough luck for the Greyhounds. 1 out, runner on first now. And Pingle, actually a pinch hitter here. And it is Marissa Zajac. And she hits one on the nose, but right at the center fielder, Vandervoort. And that's out number 2. So promising inning for the Greyhounds. Runner going from first throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Katie Thompson. She picked a pretty good pitch to run on there as well. 1-1 the count to Rivas, who is 1 for 2 so far today. I got a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. That's outside. That one's in there for a strike. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 outs. Runner on second base. That's Katie Thompson. Peyton Rivas trying to get a base hit. She's already got 1 single in this game. Here's the 2-2. That one's hit out towards right field. Will it get down? It will! Coming around to score is Thompson, and a double for Rivas. So Peyton at second after the RBI double. And Julia Paisley back up there. 6-2 Greyhounds. That one's in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Off the end of the bat, foul. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That one high. Throw down to third is in time to get Peyton trying to steal. So a run scores in the bottom of the 4th for the Greyhounds. They now lead at 6-2. We'll head to the 5th in just a few moments. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. So leading off, and that is a poke out to right field. Nice play, though, by Hallie Hance. She read it perfectly. Only had to make a couple of steps backwards and make the catch to retire. McKenna Lester. Now Adriana Smith up there, takes first pitch outside. Smith has a single and is also struck out in this game. Pitch is low. And now ground ball foul. The line and the 2-1 pitch. Line drive right back to the pitcher, Matty Cole. Nice job by Matty to make the catch there. Now 2 outs. Base is empty for Savannah Short. First pitch is fouled at the plate. Oh, 1 on the way. That one's high. Now the line of the 1-1. That one's outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one. Fouled off right side. One, now the 2-2. That is grounded right side and through for a base hit. Throw to first. Not quite in time. Last time we were here, Greyhounds, Hallie Hance pulled that off for an out, but no such luck that time. First pitch to Annika Smith is fouled back and out of play. Annika 0 for 2 here in game 2. She's flying out and struck out. Maddie Cole ready. Here's the 0-1. A little bit high. Now the 1-1. That one, nice breaking ball, catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count. This one's fouled back into the screen. One ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Another foul ball. Six to 2, the Greyhounds lead the Blue Devils here in game number 2. We're in the top of the 5th. Thanks for joining us on Duck Bait TV. Excited to be here at Ty Kohler Field. Only been here a couple of times this year, but excited to be out here and bring you these Greyhound softball games. That ball is fouled at the plate. Oh, right through the right side. Nearly hit the first baseman for the Greyhounds. Closer play at second than I thought. Nearly hit Savannah Short, the base runner as well. Got through there, but very quickly to Hallie Hance, and Short I think just took it for granted she was going to get to second base. She did beat the throw, but just barely. Hallie Hance has got a cannon out there in right field. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. And that'll do it here in the inning. So no runs cross the plate. There are a couple of hits there for the Blue Devils. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Still 6-2. Greyhounds with the lead here in game 2 of today's doubleheader. First pitch to Julia Paisley here in the bottom of the 6th is a little bit low. Excuse me, bottom of the 5th. That went in there for a strike. Julia 1 for 2. Struck out in the first. Singled and scored in the 4-run third. And she was at the plate when Peyton Rivas was caught stealing to end the bottom of the 4th. This one's hit out towards left field, and that's not quite deep enough. Annika Smith able to make the play, and that's out number 1. So Avery Ragsdale now steps back to the plate. With 1 out and the base is empty. And the first pitch to the Greyhound catcher is for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one catches the inside corner. Ragsdale flew out to end the first. She also singled and scored in that big 3rd inning for the Greyhounds, and there's a base hit there. So Avery getting things going after having most of game 1 off today. First pitch to Hallie in this at-bat is a little bit low for a ball. Hance 1 for 2. She also singled and scored in the 4-run third. Here's the 1-0. This one hit off the end of the bat towards left field. Going back and making the play is Annika Smith, and that's out number 2. So now Caroline Wilhelm, who's had a big day today. 2 for 2 here in game 2. Now 1-1. And now 2-1 on the Greyhounds' third baseman. Both dugouts doing their fair share of groaning with the calls here today. And that one's outside. That'll tell you how inconsistent things have been at times today from the umpire's standpoint, with everybody upset. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Here's the wind and the 3-1 pitch. Foul ball. Another foul ball. Now 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. This one's hit down the left field line, but foul. The count stays full. Three, 2 on the way. That one's high and outside. So a walk. We'll put runners on first and second now. Still just. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter with 2 outs. So Kirsten Buck is the pinch hitter. First pitch misses. And now the second one does as well. 2-0 the count. And foul ball out of play. Buck so far this season, .54 freshman from Nevada, sitting .216. 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. And this one is going to be a base hit to left field. Nice job by Annika Smith to get the ball in quickly, so everybody just moves up one. And now the base is loaded for Katie Thompson. Now 1 ball and no strikes. First pitch to Katie Thompson misses. She's 0 for 1 with a walk in this one so far today. Here's the 1-0. Off-speed pitch that catches the zone. 1-1. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. She'll get it over to first, and that will end the threat here in the 5th inning for the Greyhounds. They load the bases but can't add to their lead. It's still 6-2 Fort Scott. We'll head to the 6th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. So it's Kylie Vandervoort, Gabrielle King, and back to the top of the order, Sydney Becker, all due up here in the 6th inning for the Blue Devils. First pitch is low for a ball. And now ball 2. Maddie Cole has pitched well so far. She is about to throw pitch number 80 in this one. Two-0 on the way. This is hit out towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit all the way to the wall for a single. But again, very good defense by the Greyhounds out there as they got that ball in, quickly enough that Vandervoort was held to just a single. Now the Greyhounds are going to make a pitching change. As Ava Blanton will come in. So Avery Blanton making her 20th appearance coming into the weekend. 1-1 record with 2 saves, 3.76 ERA. In 44 2/3 innings, she's given up 29 hits, 30 runs, only 24 have been earned, 26 walks, and 24 strikeouts. And she'll have at least the 9 and 1 hitters in the Blue Devil order. Possibly the 9-1-2. She's 1-1 here on Gabrielle King, who's 1 for 2. Got to fly out and a double in this game. On a called strike. 1-2. A little bit off the corner. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two-two pitch. Right back to the pitcher, and it knocked her glove off. And Blanton couldn't recover. Tough luck there for the Greyhounds. First pitch to Sydney Becker, misses. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. And it's low again. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. Greyhounds have already made a pitching change as they took their starter out. Ava Blanton in the circle now, and that one misses outside as well. Greyhounds going to call time as catcher Avery Ragsdale out to the circle to have a quick chat with Blanton. Nobody out. Runners on first and second, and now it's a 3-0 count on the batter, Sydney Becker, who is 2 for 3 already today with a home run. Three-0 pitch. That one catches the strike zone. Three one on the way. Foul back to the screen. Three-two. That one's fouled back again. Payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield. They're going to call infield fly here. And it's caught by Wilhelm anyway. So out number one. And first pitch to Chloe Dawes is on the corner for a strike. 0-1. This one's hit out towards center field, and it keeps carrying and carrying and over the fence for a home run. That did not sound like it was going to be a home run off the bat for sure. It just kept carrying and carrying, and now we've got a one-run game again. And just like that, Matty Cole will re-enter in the circle. Try to get out of the inning here. Good news is, start fresh somewhat. Base is empty. Already one out in the inning. Problem is, just had a 3-run homer. First pitch to McKenna Lester is low. One 0 pitch. A little bit too low again. Two 0 is fouled back to the screen. Maddie ready with the sign. Here's the wind and the 2-1. Hit out towards center field. Going back on it is Thompson. She will make the catch. And that's out number 2. Now Adriana Smith up there for KCK. Here's the pitch. Fouled off right side. Oh, 1, a little bit low. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is fouled back once again. One, 2 on the way. Grounded left side, and that's going to get through. 2-out single. First pitch to Savannah Short in this at-bat is fouled off right side. Cole ready. Here's the 0-1. Right back to Maddie in the circle. Fires to first, and that ends the inning. The 3 runs do cross the plate here in the 6th for the Blue Devils. We'll see if Greyhounds can get those back as we head to the bottom of the 6th. In just a few moments, this is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. So Cassidy Crockett leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Greyhounds. It's a first pitch strike. Crockett 1 for 2. Oh, one. That one's hit through the right side for a base hit. It's going to skip away from the right fielder, but doesn't allow Crockett to move up any extra. So base hit there for Crockett to lead off the inning. So meeting in the circle, and it looks like we may have a pitching change for the Blue Devils. And we will have a pitching change, as it looks like Lillian Fisher will be the new right-hander for the Blue Devils. Fisher will be making her 7th appearance this season so far. Does not have a record yet. Does have a 10.50 ERA in 7 1/3 innings. He's given up 18 hits, 14 runs, 11 of them earned. He's walked 9, struck out 6. We'll see what the Greyhounds can do against her here in the bottom of the 6th. I'd like to get a couple more runs of cushion if possible. First pitch here is outside. Grace Pingle back in there. She's the left fielder today. pinch hit for her last time up, but re-entered and will bunt here to get the runner to second. A sacrifice. And that'll move Crockett into scoring position. With one out. And now a strike. Peyton Rivas. That's poked down the left field line, and that's gonna. Is it out? It is. Hit the front of. Pretty nice looking vehicle out there in left beyond the left field fence. But it is a 2-run homer. And the Greyhounds restore a little bit of that lead. It's now 8-5. So 1-1 the count to Julia Paisley, the Greyhound shortstop. Ground ball, that's going to get through the left side for a base hit. Now Avery Ragsdale, who is 2 for 3 so far today, back up there. Fly ball, center field, back, and that one is gone. So another 2-run homer. Now we're starting to see some of the pitching woes of KCK. Once you get past their 2 leaders, Alyssa Drogi, who pitched a complete game victory in the first game here today, and Hannah Ackrey, the starter in game 2, just replaced in the circle, and that one's going to hit Hallie Hance on the upper arm, look like. So she'll take first base, and now Caroline Wilhelm back up there. That must have got, Hance has the elbow guard. Where's the elbow guard? But it must have just missed that elbow guard. She's working out that right arm just a little bit. Here's the first pitch. That one's in there for a strike to Wilhelm, who is 2 for 2 in game 2 here today. So Alyssa Drogi, who had a complete game victory in game 1. Hannah Ackrey started game 2 for Kansas City, but after that, they really don't have a lot of pitching depth. Ground ball to short. Throw across the diamond is in time, just barely, to get Wilhelm on a ground out. Hance advances to second. And now Landa back up there. That ball is going to fall in. So now Katie Thompson back up there. It's now 11-5. Greyhounds. And I don't believe Lillian Fisher has recorded an out just yet. Actually, no, she has. There's 2 outs in the inning. I need to adjust my scoreboard. Two and one now the count. On the batter, Katie Thompson, who is 0 for 2, but does have a walk in this game. Now swung through and missed, so it's 2 and 2. Two-two pitch. A little bit low. Landa is going to take second. And another fly ball out towards right center field. That's going to get down. Landa will score from second. Rounding first, heading for second is Thompson. So an RBI double. And the game continues. So now the Greyhounds, 1 run away from a walk-off run rule victory. And another pinch hitter for the Greyhounds. So Emma Lane getting plate appearance here. First pitch in there for a strike. He catches the outside corner, apparently. 0-2. Lane, it's a right back to the mound, or excuse me, the circle, and it's going to be a ground out, and that will end the 6th inning. So at the end of 6, Greyhounds have an opportunity to finish this one off. Maddie Cole coming back out for the 7th. See if she can do it in just a moment. First pitch of the 7th is grounded foul. And Annika Smith is the one at the plate. It'll be Smith, followed by J.C. Long and Kylie Vandevort. If anybody gets on, Gabrielle King would be due up next. Greyhounds hoping for a fairly quick, uneventful top of the 7th, and they'll walk away with a victory here. And the number 4 seed in the region tournament next week. The ground ball through the left side is a base hit for Annika Smith. Leadoff single, puts one on. But a called strike here to J.C. Long. Long 0 for 2 with a walk today. This one hit out towards right center field. That'll be a base hit. A little bit of a bobble out there in center field by Thompson. Smith was not stopping around second, so she ends up at third. And now runners on the corners. First pitch to Vandevort is in there for a strike. She is 1 for 3 here in game 2. Oh, 1 on the way. Popped up foul. And we'll get out of play. 0-2. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Top of the 7th. Greyhounds with a 12-5 lead. Trying to salt away the victory here. 0-2. A bit high. Ball 1. One, two. That one's low. On down to second is J.C. Long. Pop up, going out towards right field, still carrying. Chase down. It will be a sacrifice fly, so a run scores, but an out is recorded as well. That's probably the most important thing right now for the Greyhounds. First pitch to Gabrielle King is in for a strike. And now high to even the count. And now strike 2 delivered from Maddie Cole. 1-2 is the count. This one hit out towards left field. That's going to be caught. They're going to try to score the run from third. Here's the throw. It's off the line, up the line. And another score here for the Blue Devils. This one's hit out towards right center. That's going to get down for a hit. So a 2-out single. And that will bring Avery Ragsdale to the plate. We're going to have time called. So runner on first, 2 outs. And now Chloe Dawes back up there for the Blue Devils. First pitch is strike. Now a ball hit out towards left field. That's going to get down. So a double to left field. Now runners on second and third. Again, still 2 outs. And still a 5-run Greyhound lead. But McKenna Lester up there. Takes the first pitch outside. Lester has a home run in this game. Takes a pitch low. She also has 3 flyouts. The 2-0 pitch. Catches the corner. 2-1. For the Greyhounds and Maddie Cole, just focus on the batter here. 2 outs and a 5-run lead in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. This one's poked out towards right field. Going back, and it's another home run. And now it's a 2-run game again. So after the Greyhounds scored 6 in the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Devils have come back to get 5 in the top of the 7th now. Now it'll be a save opportunity here for our new pitcher, Natalia Sewell. Sewell, of course, started and pitched the first game. Complete game in the first game. Took the loss. Will now try to get a save here. With the tying run on deck. Adriana Smith up there. Smith 2 for 4 here in game 2. First pitch, grounded foul. Adriana Smith, though, was 0 for 4 in Game 1 against Sewell. And foul ball at the plate. So quickly, 0-2. Greyhounds can hold on and win here. They'll be the 4th seed at the region tournament next week. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. Sounded like it got the end of the bat. Count remains 0-2. Swung on and missed. And the Greyhounds will take the 4th seed at the region tournament next week. So your final score, Fort Scott 12, KCK 10. They get a split of the game today, and the Greyhounds will be the 4th seed at the region tournament next week. And will most likely play this same Blue Devil team. We'll wait and see how everything shakes out. There is kind of a log jam in the standings, but we knew Fort Scott, if they could split today, they would be the 4th seed. And we'll see how the rest of competition shakes out as, again, most likely playing KCK, the 5 seed, in that region tournament that starts next Wednesday in Topeka. Win here in Game 2 for the Greyhounds. Fort Scott, 12 runs on 16 hits, 1 error, 6 runners left on base. The Blue Devils, 10 runs on 17 hits, 1 error, and 9 runners left on base. The winner is Maddie Cole. Pitched well, just kind of ran out of gas there towards the end. Hannah Ackery gets the loss in the circle for KCK here in Game 2, and Natalia Sewell, after doing everything that she's done this year as a starting pitcher for the Greyhounds, coming in, getting her save. As she'll pick up save number 2 on the season. Maddie Cole improving to 15-7. So a good second game there for the Greyhounds. Took an hour and 59 minutes, so a little bit longer with the extra runs here in Game 2. But either way, it works out for a win for the Greyhounds. So a big win here today for Fort Scott. And again, they will be the 4th seed next week at the region tournament. We've got... We're not for sure, so I'm not going to say that we're for sure going to be next week with the Greyhound baseball team, but things are looking that way, at least at the moment. The Greyhounds, the entire region tournament for the ladies is in Topeka, so they will be there next week. The guys tournament actually starts with a first-round series at campus sites. And the Greyhound baseball team will host next week. It'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Possibly Saturday. It's a best 2 out of 3 series, just like the Major League playoffs. The Major League playoffs are doing in the first round now. And all 3 games would be here in Fort Scott. Not exactly sure who they will play. Not exactly sure a start time. But we will let you know on social media exactly what's going on next week. But hopefully we'll be able to bring you those games here in Fort Scott for the Greyhound baseball team. looking forward to that. Hopefully that works out, and that would be our next broadcast and our final broadcasts of the spring. So at least on the Greyhound side, we'll see what happens with the high school team going forward as well. But it's been a fun spring. I know it's been a little spotty for us here on Duckbait TV compared to what we've been able to do in the winter and the fall, but looking forward to more broadcasts in the future, and just a fun time to get out here. And thank goodness they got a win. I would feel pretty bad as they've won now 11 of their last 16 the Greyhounds have. But so that's what, 5 losses. 3 of those 5 losses were broadcasted by us. So thankfully they got the win. I feel a little bit better about it, and I'm sure they do too going into that region tournament next week. So huge shout out to Coach Brian, who has helped us out. We said we wanted to come out here and do this, and she was very agreeable to let us do that. So very happy to be able to come out here and bring you a couple of Greyhound doubleheaders here, and looking forward to more broadcasts in the future. So and congratulations on another great regular season. I saw earlier, either this last week or the week before, when they got to 30 wins. It's the second year in a row that the Greyhound softball team has won 30 games in a season for the first time in program history. So Coach Brian is doing a great job with the Greyhound softball program, and they've got a great facility here now at Ty Kohler Field with the turf. They've got a nice clubhouse as well behind the first base dugout. So things look like they're moving in the right direction for Greyhound softball, and we're excited to see what the future holds. And I believe it's the 100th win for Coach Bryant as well. So again, congratulations to everybody with the Greyhounds. For folks here in Fort Scott, I know, we're disappointed that the football team closed up shop a few years ago, but there's some great things going on athletically here at Fort Scott Community College. The men's basketball team had a good year again this season. The baseball team has been good. It seems like every year that Coach Hill has been here, and now the softball team with Coach Bryan doing a phenomenal job as well. So definitely some positive things. I know for some folks in Fort Scott, maybe not everything is positive when it comes to the community college right now, but definitely some positive things athletically for sure for the Greyhounds. So looking forward to what's to come, and definitely wish the ladies the best of luck in that region tournament in Topeka next week, as they will go in and hopefully have some good results in that one as well. So again, thanks for joining us here today. 12-2 victory in Game 2 for the Greyhounds. Of course, they lost the first one 6-2, but come back and win the second one 12-10. So a big victory here for Fort Scott, as they will wrap up that 4 seed in the region tournament next week. For my camera operator, my dad, Willie Abady, as they bring out the Salvi splash for Coach Bryan there. But for my camera operator, of course, my dad, Willie Abady, I'm Tony Abady. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Look forward to the next time we get to broadcast Fort Scott softball. And again, we'll let you know on social media exactly what our schedule will be like for this next week with Greyhound baseball coming up in their playoff first-round series this week. So, yeah, thanks again for joining us. And to everybody out there, good night, Kansas.